Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to do just a lot of road design, and I just want to give you guys kind of my thoughts on designing roads and how to make it more efficient. We're not necessarily going to really zone it or put down many buildings. It's just really going to focus on the types of roads and just the road hierarchy and just building it, and hopefully you guys can get something from that. So we're going to be working on the remaining green space on the downtown island, and so the downtown island is only partially done, and it's probably a really important area to think about when you're designing, because obviously there's going to be a lot of traffic there. And just quickly I should mention that I just got back from a holiday, so some of you probably didn't know I was actually on holidays for the past 2 weeks. I was in Tasmania, and I still uploaded videos. I had them pre-set to upload anyway, so that's why they kept uploading. And I did record some footage if anyone wants to see kind of like a travel vlog type thing. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know and I can put that together quickly, and you guys can check out what I got up to, because it was a pretty good trip. And if you're not familiar what Tasmania is, you'd definitely probably like to see the video. So anyway, back to what we are working on today. So let's exit the cinematic view. Okay, so I basically just want to finish designing these areas here, and this is one of the major parts that we really need to focus on. Once we get this done, we can finish the whole rest of the map very quickly, because there isn't that much to do, and once it's done we can just kind of manage the city, which is what I'm really looking forward to. So this part here, I still don't know what I want to do with that yet. So we're just going to leave it open for now. But these remaining areas are going to be built. This part here is going to be a park. I just haven't really done anything with that yet. And also, just one other thing quickly before I start designing. There's been some people asking me, how did I put the train over roads? And it's not that difficult. So if I use, for example, let's just put down a road, just any old road, just do it over here, just like that. So I just basically, you use this one here, I forget what it's called, so you press, so that's off, you press Control A to turn it on, so that allows you to have more controls over the road. And then this is also how I put in the bike path over the road as well. So basically you use the whatever this mod is called to raise it up, and then all I do is basically go like that, and then I pretty much just move it into place, and you then have the issue of these disappearing. So you need to also have this mod here, and you need to choose one of these, which I can't remember which one it is, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And so that will actually keep the pillars in place. So let's just try, I think it's usually this one here. If we go like that, so no collision, no zoning, and then if we pull it into place, see, it stays in place like that. And so that's basically the basics of how to do it, but you might want to actually change how to do, you might actually want to change the pillars as well. So an easy way to do that is you have this mod, which I think comes with this one as well, and you can click on elevated, and you can just choose the different types of pillars that go underneath. So for example, where is it, over here, I choose the really large ones because this is a really large road. So all of those mods are in my mods and asset list. So basically you just need this guy here, press Control A to turn it on. You need the pillar mod to make it no collision, so the pillars don't disappear. And then if you want, you can just change it to a different pillar. You can use the move it mod to move it into the correct place, and that is pretty much it. So it's not that hard, but I guess it's just a little bit tricky to get used to for the first time. So if you guys still don't get that, I can go through it a little bit more slower in the next video. So let's get back to today's designing. So off camera, I just filled in these little bits here because I don't even know why I was doing that. I just wanted to do something. So this obviously is going to be a really main road, so we don't want to add in too many connections here, but we already have this connection here, so let's utilize that. So we can just basically go like that, and we can probably put one right there, and again that is in the way. So I think we can put another one here, but that is probably going to be the maximum for this main road, because we don't want to add in too many stops, too many stop signs, too many traffic lights. We can use this road more because this is not a major road, and also I use that type of road where if you go like that, it doesn't have the what do you call this, the crossing, the intersection, so we can use that to our advantage like that. And let's just basically do a basic grid because it's easier to just do that in the downtown area. And yeah, for the larger buildings I feel like it is just a lot easier anyway. And then when I have these awkward little gaps like this, I just prefer to put it in these smaller avenue, actually not avenue, what would you call this, alleyway type roads. They just fill in the space a lot better, I think, and they're just really handy to have. Like, I like to use this one because it has the parking in it as well, so I can go like that. And that is that part done, and let's just fill in the remaining areas here. So just a basic grid. It's a little bit wonky right there, but that's okay. We can fix this up with a bit of a boardwalk later on, but it's just don't put too many connections on the roads that you know are going to be quite busy, because actually I don't know if this road would be quite busy because I don't know where I'm going to put it down here. I might connect it there. If I do connect it here, then it might become a really busy road because it's got the highway connection, and it's also got this connection here to this big suburb as well. So, but just in case, we don't want to add in too many connections. And then the same for over here, we can use this existing connection right there, and yeah, nothing too technical about that. You just don't want to add in too many connections. More connections, the more annoying it gets. But obviously you don't want to put in such little amounts of connections, because then you're going to have so many people wanting to use the one connection, one road connection, and then that of course is going to create a bit of an issue. So it's all in moderation. Don't do too much, but then again do a little, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've been wanting to do the downtown area for quite some time now, and we might actually just bring this one down a little bit, just like that as well, as a bit of a back street as well. And then so off camera I put in this road here, so this is where I put in the train line. So I thought, instead of just putting in a train line, because the train line is going to create a rip in the suburb. So for example, if the train line was on the ground, then there's going to be a difference between this side versus this side, because the train line separates the suburb. So I raised it up, put a road underneath, so that's just really utilizing the space even more. And look at all the people on there. That's good to see, I guess. So utilizing more space, so the train and the road together. And so for this area here, actually what have I put in over here? This is residential, commercial, office, so it's quite a mixture. Over here, let's see, is it really noisy, or it's a little bit noisy. So for this, oops, let's just change that, Control A, turn it on. So for this part here, closer to the station, I guess it would be more commercial or office, because they can handle the loud sound from the station. And then maybe back over towards here, like these guys here, is going to be more residential, but who knows if I'll even remember that when I zone it all, probably in the next video. Let's just go like that, and then let's just add in a fake road. Fake road is just one that goes up there but doesn't actually connect, so there's no actual intersection, but it just kind of opens up the street, gives more pedestrian access. And why not, while we're here, when it loads, let's put in just a small pathway just straight to there like that. So that should help a little bit, and there's an awkward space in there, so let's just put in, just to make it look a little bit more filled in. And I wanted to put in some kind of direct pathway to the train station from the school. So we have this space right here. Let's just bring it up like that. So put it around the sports field, the soccer field, football, whatever that is, and let's just drag it into place a little bit so we don't have too much of an awkward space. That'll do. And then let's just, actually we don't know what we're doing with our roads yet, so let's put in the roads first, and then let's put in the pathway. So let's continue on this grid system. This one, And actually, let's not put it here because that's way too close to this intersection. If we put it there, for example, then you have this awkward little space like that. And then the cars are going to stop here, they're going to stop here, or they're going to come this way, stop there, stop there. It's just going to create just a bit of an annoying position, to be honest. So let's maybe bring it, how close are we up to that one? Let's put it there. I think that is an okay distance because I don't think this is going to be a main road. It's going to be more for residential anyway. Not for passing traffic. So and then yeah, we can continue on from there. If I can just get it in line like that. Okay, that is too close. See, this is an example where it's too close. So let's actually remove that little connection like that, and then let's just drag this over to make another fake road, like I mentioned just before. So a fake road that connects but doesn't really connect. So let's do this same grid system over here, and we have to try to transition the building height. So obviously this is high density here, and then if you look, it goes lower, lower, lower until we get to the lower density right here. So around this area here is where we start to phase out medium density and come into low density. And the rich areas can kind of trickle up here a little bit, but up to about here is when it really starts to mix between medium and low density. So let's see, how do I want to design this area here? Well, half of this suburb will be low density. Whether that's residential or commercial, I'm not sure. So let's put in one like foundation type road. Maybe we could actually use that road right there because we need to have another road, because all we have right now is this one and this one here. So it's good to have just another connection road in the middle because we don't want to have everyone having to use this one road here then turning in here. It's going to create a bit of an issue. So why don't we put in just a connection like that, and then I don't think I'll add in any more connections in here. So yeah, I don't think I will because it's not a very good position because the road space here isn't very big. There's not really space in here or here or here to put anything. So this will have to be the only connection for this bit of a suburb right here. And I don't know why it keeps doing the bridge. See, I don't know why it's doing a bridge, even though I put it down to 0 on the ground, and it still does it. Okay, and it's a little bit of a weird terrain right there, but I'll fix that up in a minute. But let's just get like the basic road design down. And again, I don't know why it's doing such a weird angle. Okay, there we go. And we can just put in some green space here or whatever, just to make it a really easy connection to the train station area. So let's do that now. What should we do? We just add in the generic pathway. Let's just connect it up to that road first. And why don't we just go like that, and then just go like that, and then let's just bring it over like so. Add a little connection right there, and then I don't think we can add in a connection there because it's a bit of a bad angle unless we can put in. Oh, we can do that actually. And then what's that? There we go, like so. If we had stairs, that would be good, and I know I can download them, but I don't really want to deal with the fuss of that. And then let's just put in some vegetation to basically hide the ugliness of the side of the hill. And then of course the vegetation will help with the noise pollution as well. Okay, so that should be fine. So the only thing I'm concerned about is the connection here too close. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. It could be okay, it could be, because this road won't be too busy, I'm thinking. So let's continue this road up again, just like that, and then we can put in another one right there as well. So it is following the terrain a little bit, just because the mod is going, I don't know why the mod is going so crazy today, so let's flatten it out a little bit, just like that. So it's still a grid, because it's more of in the downtown area, but it should be okay. I'm not going to add in a connection there. I feel like that's just too much. And then for this last little bit in here, let's just use the alleyway like that. There we go. And why not just continue the alleyway down like that? There we go. So that is good so far. And then let's put in just another small alleyway just through there, just as a bit of a back road. Okay, that is good, that is good. And then, so let's zoom out. How does it look so far? So we've got just not too many connections here, not too many connections, but this is more of a residential area, so it should be okay. And looking good. I'm concerned about all of these connections here, and then, like for example, all of these cars have to turn right. So what I'm thinking of doing, it could really backfire, but the plan is, I'm not going to do it now because I need to see what is going to happen, but the plan is to use this mod up here, this one, and then tell them that they can't turn right. Tell them they can't turn right, tell them they can't turn right. So then that will force them all to go up here and then use this road up here and go in from here, or force them to go from over here. Because if they're going along this way, they're going to turn right, and then they're going to block the oncoming traffic, and that's going to cause a bit of an issue. So that is something that I'm going to keep in the back of my mind, because it's a very potential issue. But obviously if they're going this way and turning left, that's completely fine. So let's just put this like that, try to make it a bit straight at least. And then of course the construction outside my house is just starting up again. Literally every time I start filming, they always start like grinding something. Just so typical. So let's just make it at least kind of a little bit straight like that, maybe. Some weird gaps in there. Let's put in just an alleyway like that. Okay. And then from this point on, why don't we... So from this point on, we might continue on the rich houses, the mansions, not rich houses, and then it can kind of just come around like here, like that. And then if I can be sneaky, just put it there. So that should be okay. And yeah, it's one way, but it's... There we go, they have a way to turn around. So let's just lower this a little bit, just like that, because we don't want... We want it to blend in together. We don't want it to like really look like this is where the city stops and this is where the residential mansion areas begins. So we want to mix it in together, and that's what this road here is doing pretty much. So the terrain is really wonky in this area, but actually I'm going to leave the terrain like that because it's going to give us something interesting to work with. So that is the downtown area designed. What is the next major part? Like I said, this part here, I still don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm glad we got that part done. So why don't we just plan out some main roads? So let's use this generic road. So we have this main road here that basically just stops. So let's continue it over from there. Let's put all of those back on. And actually, let's look at the terrain. We don't want to go up the side of the hill, so let's do it just on the side of that hill right there. And let's put it there. Instead of putting it here and making another connection, we'll just add it to this connection where the bridge stops already. And the wavy type design is completely fine with me. And this road here, I just don't know where I want to make it go. I could just make it go straight up like that and then just connect it like that. But is that too basic? Or I could even just... I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to downgrade the size of the road, and it's going to just turn a little bit here. And I don't know why the bridge is not showing. That's strange. There we go, and it can come around just like that. So this is what I assume to be low residential, so the road will downgrade at some point. Obviously this road here is going to stay big because it's a road connection, it's a highway connection. And then I think from this point on here as well, the road will downgrade as well. But we want to put the road in a little bit because it's close to the mansion area, and I doubt the mansions would build directly opposite a main road. So we can put the road back just a little bit, so then we can put houses along the front as well, and that should make it look more appealing, I guess. And let's put it straight over here because it's a bit of a shortcut instead of making them go all the way up here. But let's see, we could put the road under here as well. So let's do that because we don't want to interfere with the train line as well. So we put that under, and then to make the train not so weird and wonky. Let's see, is that how high we want it? No, let's put it down just a little bit lower, and then we can use the mod to make it kind of even. So let's select this one, this one, this one, this one. I want you all the same as that one right there. And then this part here as well, we can just raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Actually, this one's a bit high, I think. It looks a little bit silly. So let's bring it down just a little bit and just kind of blend it in. So that's, and yes, I know I can use the mod again, but I'm trying to make a slow decline in the height. So that's kind of, I mean, it's not perfect, I don't really care. As long as the train line looks somewhat realistic. Bring that down just a tiny little bit. And then this one down tiny little bit. There we go, so the road can go underneath. And we'll blend that in as well in a minute with some trees or off camera or whatever. And let's just bring it up here to this existing connection. So that's going to help them get straight to the industrial area. And then we can just bring it straight back over there like that. So I still don't know what I'm doing with this area yet. I really don't know. But that is good that we got this design done. And then in terms of up here, I feel like what is going to happen is I will build from these roads. This will be the main stem road. They'll build out and then it'll kind of stop around here, and then there'll be a green belt in the middle. So these trees will probably stay here, and then I might build more industrial up along this road because industrial is going to have a lot of traffic, so it's good to have it on the outskirts of the city. And I'll let them just really use this road that gets them straight to the highway, and I won't build too many residential areas out in these areas here. So, and then I need to extend, actually I was thinking I need to put a road that goes along here, but we don't really have to because we can just pretend that, I don't know, it just never happened, so they're kind of forced to use the highway, so that's okay for now. And I feel like I don't really want to build in this area. I don't know why, I just feel like I don't want to. So let's have a look. This road stops here. Why don't we continue on with this road, make it curve a little bit like that around the side of the waterway, and then it can come around and then just connect right there. So that will give us the opportunity to build in this area here near the train. And yeah, I think that is a good plan for this area. This could have been a nice area here, but I put the train line in it, so that was a bit of a mistake, but we just have to live with that because that's just how it is. And so yeah, there'll probably be a road just up here. Let's just put that there for now. And this area here, it doesn't really need to be planned too carefully because it's going to be low residential. The only thing that we should really take note of is, let's just do it now. So this area here along this road will be residential office, I'm assuming, because why not just put it on the main road, right? So we don't want to put too many connections on this area. Let's try to put one. Actually, I can't put it here because that's too close. Is it? Yeah, it's too close to the side. So let's put it about there. And that'll be the only two connections for this area. So let's bring it around like that, make it look somewhat even. There we go. Kind of fits in. So the main part here will be commercial, let's just say, and then the back rows will be more residential, I think. So, and then we can just use the smaller road here. We can maybe put in some mansions, I don't know yet, but I like to use the small road because it makes it look like just a nice cute estate type look, and like it's really waterfront living, and it makes it look like there's just a very peaceful feel about it, if that makes sense. And then so the road ends here, so let's put in the double road connection right like that. And we have a bit of an awkward space in there, so let's put in just a back road if we can. Turn that off like that. There we go. We can fill that in another episode. And then this area here, let's use this existing connection again, and if we can just put in a tiny little bit like that. like so, and then just like that, and then we'll have to actually, let's use this connection right there, like that. The curve is a little bit ugly, but it's okay, we'll make it pretty. Let's turn this back on, and then the road guidelines is the most annoying thing ever, and this is like probably a pointless road, but there we go. We can make it work. We can make it a little bit more even, I think. Straighten it out. Okay, and then basically we'll do the same for this side as well. So just limited connections, and then maybe from this road on we'll add in a lot of connections that will help connect all of the buildings up here. And I was thinking, why not add in like just a little pedestrian pathway bridge over here. Let's do that now, just as a reminder. But I want to use this one here. I think it has a bridge, doesn't it? Does it not? There we go. Yeah, I like that one because it looks old, but like it's still kind of used because like the boards are still a little bit clean, I guess. So let's just leave that there like that as a reminder that I want to add in some connection. We could even add in a little connection here because maybe they want to go from this shopping area to this shopping area as well. So, and then the connection through here, it's a little bit close, but the water's still flowing, so that's okay. We could add in a little connection road here as well, but it's really not necessary, so that's really for aesthetics, I think. So that is pretty much this area done, but I really want to mass build this area because I just feel like I really want to get the city done and manage it, because I never had the chance with St. Petersburg because we were close to the end, but we never finished it, and I was always excited to just finish it and then manage it, and I never got the chance. So I kind of just really want to get this one done. So I'm sorry if it feels kind of rushed in some aspects. It's just because I want to get to the end product already, because I very rarely fully finish a city, like even off camera. I still play off camera, of course, and I very rarely actually finish the city, and yeah, so that's just something I'm looking forward to. So that is all I'm going to do for this episode. I'll be back probably tomorrow with another video, and then the day after, because I'm trying to post roughly 5 times a week, if you guys haven't noticed already. So if there's anything you want me to work on specifically, please let me know. I definitely do read all your comments, even if I don't reply all the time. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.